Hey, miners. What is going on? It is Friday, the Flux Giveaway, that favorite time of the week. And I have a special guest with me today, from across the pond, Mr. Yeti. What's going on, Yeti?
How you doing, King? Hey, you're actually streaming in my time zone for a change.
Yeah. I figured, I try to do early Flux Giveaway streams so that way I kind of reach everybody because I know we're all not on the same, side of the world here, so it's challenging. I know my next stream here tonight is going to be, pretty late for Yeti, so
Oh,
I
I'll
figured
still be up, King. Don't you worry. Don't you
I
worry. We've
figured
got plenty planned for you tonight.
Oh man. So how is everybody doing today? Oh, we only got a few people in here today, man. Boy, small crowd today.
Give it a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll give it a few minutes. Let people kind of get in here. You guys got any questions
arrived?
Or you know what I mean? For the technical guru here, Mr. Yeti, you can always add us in the chat and ask whatever you like. We're kind of just hanging out for a little bit. There we go. We got some more people in here. What's going on, everybody? We're just hanging out. You guys could ask away. Any questions?
Do we give some updates on Terra and what's going on while we're waiting, King?
Yeah.
Or do we want to keep some a secret?
You go ahead. Hey, you go ahead and let them know. Because I don't know what we're allowed to tell. Well, I mean,
obviously, Hawk mentioned it briefly in your Terra Hash Tuesday. Titan number 2 is very much pending.
Yep.
We're just waiting for the Flux team to pull the trigger on that one. The facility's going fantastic by all sounds. The paperwork is pretty much there now, so we're looking good on that. Prices are a bit extreme with everything, but we think we can make it work. So it's good news all round.
Yeah, it's going well.
Yeah,
going pretty good.
Yeah,
me and Yeti we're looking at some super high end routers right now. Talking to Stanger. They're not liking what we need to get.
Certainly a culture shock when you go from like a normal consumer router, a couple of $100. You go to like what we need to go, and you can add a couple of extra zeros on the end. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So what time's your stream tonight then, King?
It's gonna be 9 p.m. Eastern is what we plan on. I was thinking of doing this.
Do you got guests come in, or you got?
Oh yeah. So
what's going on? Come on, tell.
All right. We'll do a little, my channel announcement here. So I'm doing my 5K giveaway tonight. It will be 9 p.m. Eastern time. Special guests will be Mr. Red Panda Mining and Chili from Octominer. I'll be giving away a brand new 3070 Ti. Which
King.
I have with me right here.
Could you splashing the money around, eh?
So this is just me personally. I know everyone can do this, but my YouTube money I put back into my channel. I don't spend it at all. So you want
to give something back.
Yeah. So I always reinvest into the channel, and I've been saving for a couple of months because I knew I was going to hit the milestone. So
cool.
That's what the money went to.
Hey, there's only one problem, right, King? If I end up winning that, it doesn't fit in my case.
Well, we've talked about this before we went live. You need a new case, man. I know it's a well thought out case.
Hang on a minute. That is brand new. I literally purchased it at the same time you bought me.
I know, but it doesn't accommodate GPUs of large size. That's a shame. But also Red Panda Mining will be giving away 2 1070 Founders Editions, and he kind of hinted that he might be giving away more, but he didn't say what it was. And then Chili will be giving away a Octominer. So you got someone who have a chance to win a Octominer server case, so that's really cool. And there are some other secret little things being
Pretty
given away
cool.
too. So we got a lot of stuff going on tonight. I
Pretty cool.
was thinking about doing gaming, but I think that's going to be too hard to do the gaming and trying to interact with everybody. So I'll probably just do something like this, like a StreamYard, and pull people in. I might have it be a viewer call in, maybe, depending upon how hectic it gets. Look at the 619. I'm here for the Flux. Oh, so the giveaway tonight for my channel personally. To enter, you actually have to be live. You have to be in the chat, be live, because I'll be directing you to other YouTubers that are in our community. Usually I try to pick ones that are, not very that have a lot of subs and stuff like that. I try to get other YouTubers, noticed. So I just try to give back just like people gave back to me. So just paying it forward to everybody. So you will have to be live and present during this giveaway.
Oh, putting some strict rules in there, King.
Yes. I can't speak for Panda and Chili. I think Chili could probably ship anywhere in the world, right? I don't know if Panda will do that. I'll ship anywhere in the world. So so to the EU or Canada or USA.
Just not 2-day express shipping, eh, King?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that again. Oh man. I sent this guy in Elmore's lab PMD, and I take it down to the UPS store, and I'm like, hey man, I need to ship this to this address. And he's like, this is the only option. I'm like, what do you mean this is the only option? I'm like, this is like a 2-day overnight express. I'm like, it's like $200. This is 4 times what I paid for it. And he's just like, this is the only option it gives me, sir, to send it to him. And I'm like, whatever. Pay for it. Just send it to him. Don't care.
At that point, you should have just bought me one off their website and had them ship it to me.
Yeah, I know. I was already there. Hey, I waited almost a half an hour because the line was so long. I was just
Damn.
dude, I'm just sending it.
Crazy.
Just do it.
Crazy.
Oh man.
So how many we actually got in the pool this week? How many numbers we got?
How many numbers? Oh yeah, let's check it out. I got
It's quite a big list.
So for the $50 for the 5 miners, it's about the same. It's been around 2600, which is what we got. We got 2545, it looks like. And then for the 48 hours for the hash rate is going to be, actually it's more. Wow. 1800. Okay, it's about 200 more than last week, I think. So
nice.
Quite a few more people staying on, making sure they get that high uptime, so that way they get entered in to win. Very nice. So yeah, once again, guys, if you guys got questions, just add us in the chat. Got the no helium paperweights being given away. I love it, man.
Go speak to Network Bits. I believe Joe's, got a lump of helium paperweights.
No helium stuff being given away. Actually, I'm still working with Mass Boost because I know I still have to give him the helium miner that he won from the Kingsman, but I have to work with him and getting that to him. But we've had, I think we ran into a little hiccup, so I offered something different if he wanted it. Oh, how you doing, Trail Roamer? How you doing, Mom? Mining King Mom tuning in. So how do you get into the giveaway? So what I'll be doing for this giveaway here I'm doing for Flux, right? It just goes straight to your mining address and you don't have to do anything, right? The giveaway for tonight for my 5K, you'll actively have to be in the live chat, and I'll be directing you to go to like other YouTubers' channels. I'll have you post your location, like I'll have you say like USA and then or Canada or EU, and then leave a positive comment on that YouTuber's, video, right? And then I'll do a random comment picker. So you will have to be live in order to win or participate in the giveaway tonight. Well, Yeti, are you still mining over there, man? I know your power is like super ridiculous.
Yeah, actually, surprisingly enough, I am. Not as many hours as I would like, but it's running purely off solar. So I've got two 3070s, a 2070, which is an absolute like gem of a card, and two 3070s, 2070, and an A2000 copper shim.
Okay, nice.
And I can squeeze that on comfortably all day on my solar, so it's costing me nothing, which is great. And then obviously, I've got 3 rigs over in the States, and they're all on.
They're all
Nothing's
on.
off. Yeah, nothing's off. Yeah. So, what about you, King? Well, I know for sure that everything at Hawks is still on because I see them every day.
I didn't know they made off buttons. I'll have to look a little
Yeah,
harder.
I know. The only reason why mine goes off here is because of the solar.
Okay, so the Traveler's Travels is he's asking me, how do I see my uptime for the Flux Pool? So let me go over to the Flux Pools. Where's my Flux Pool? There you go. So once again, thank you, Flux Pools, for sponsoring my channel. Really appreciate it, man. They've been great to work with. It's always awesome to work with the Flux team, especially since it's a project, that I love. So when you're looking at your when you come over here and you're at your wallet address, right, and everything like that, just click down here to loyalty. It says your uptime right up top, how much hash rate you've had. Now, just to reiterate, let's say you're like, I know Max sometimes likes to turn off at certain times of the day, and probably pseudo other people like Yeti here, right? Where his UK miners, they turn off at certain points of the day. Let's say you had like 3 kilosouls during the middle of the day, but at night you only had 100 souls, right? As long as you kept even if you kept 1 GPU on it, right? It will still keep your uptime. Is that it's doesn't matter what the hash rate is. That's irrelevant.
You just have to have one connected worker.
You need to have something, at least one card connected to the pool to keep your 100% uptime. So just think about that. Let's say you have high power during certain times, so you need to turn your farm off. Well, turn everything off but one card, and then that way you get to stay on the pool, right? And that way you get to keep in this giveaway here. So that's a little secret there. Hash rate does not matter. Hash rate is 100% irrelevant. So I know some people think that like, oh man, I need to have like 3 kilosouls, or that doesn't matter. The kilosouls really doesn't matter until you start getting into the actual loyalty payment. You know what I mean? For how much flux they give you for your loyalty payment, that's totally different. But for the giveaway, you just have to have the uptime. So just remember that. You just keep one card on. Even if it's, I don't know, even if it's like a GT10, you get 2 souls. Doesn't matter. Still counts.
I think the minimum has to be 1 soul.
Yeah.
I think, I remember right.
Yeah, it has to be doing some kind of compute power.
Oh, Mr. Moat's arrived.
Hey, how you doing, Moat? What's going on, buddy? Best YouTube. Are you mining to fluxpools.net? That is how you enter this Flux giveaway here. So I do this giveaway every Friday. And I don't like say who gets to enter, not enter. Pretty much everything is sent directly to the mining address. So it's all like really hands off. So make sure your address isn't like to an exchange or maybe like, crypto.com, right? Because they use like, I think like Flux ETH or Flux Binance, right? So it's not native Flux. So make sure you're put that in your nice little Zelcore wallet there.
Oh, they're all trolling Hawk for his.
Oh man, I see 619. Man, look at him. He's trolling him right now about his. Man, too bad, Hawks. I don't know even know if Hawks awake right now.
Brilliant.
Oh man.
Oh, KJ's just arrived as well.
Hey KJ. You know what? Here, man. If people feel like calling in and they kind of want to hang out a little bit.
Oh God. Here we go.
Pin it up there. Boom, it's pinned. You guys want to call in, feel free. I like to interact with everybody. It's really fun. I really do enjoy it. So we'll wait a few more minutes before I start calling people. Let people wake up a little bit.
So how much have you currently got on Flux right now then, King? Like hash rate wise? What are you sitting
I
at
think
the
I'm
moment? I know that you switched a few around recently, didn't you?
yeah, it's almost 4 kilosouls.
Okay.
Well, that's not my whole farm. So lately, I've been taking my AMD cards, my 6000 series, and I've been turning them to other coins.
Casper,
Like,
haven't you?
huh?
You've got them on Casper,
Yeah, but I
haven't
need to
you?
get them off Caspa. I have a feeling, right? If you look at the Caspa on the mining pool stats, if you look in the last 100 blocks, there's some irregularities in there, and I think there's FPGAs coming online in a high
Well,
amount.
Panda just recently showed he released his video today on an FPGA on Casper.
Yeah, so I don't.
That's gonna get eaten up.
Yeah, so my yield in Caspa when I first started, right, was like 1,500 Caspa a day. It's down to like 600-700. So
wow, that's a drop.
It's just fallen off. I did try to actually mine some BTCZ. I was trying to mine it, but a lot of the pools, man, they want me to like register. I don't want to register to mine your damn pool. All right. I'm registered to so many things and I have to fill out so much stuff. I don't want to do it. I don't want another place that has my email address. I get enough spam mail already.
Oh dear. It's good.
Oh man. So I mean, if I had everything on here though, I would probably close to, I don't know, 5 or 6 kilosouls probably.
Nice.
I have been offered by another tuber that I could, since their farm is off, if I wanted to pay electric, I could turn their farm on and get some more hash rate. I have thought
maybe we
about it.
should talk about maybe going halves, King. I'll take half, you take half.
I was thinking about maybe bumping it up to like 10 kilosouls, you know what I mean? And really start getting some serious flux. I was thinking about it, but that electric bill is going to be pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, you got a drink. I just touched it again. Talking to KJ. Oh, man. So how is everybody's Friday? What's everybody doing? If you guys got questions, add us in the chat. I did pin the StreamYard up top. If you guys want to call in, feel free to come in, say a few words, hang out with me and Yeti. You guys got any technical questions for Yeti? Now's the time to ask him. Still early in the day for
I'm
Mr.
still
Yeti.
awake.
Yeah, exactly. This is a perfect time to ask him questions. And then, did you see my message to you this morning, Yeti, about ready for your Cumulus node over here?
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. No problem.
I didn't forget about you.
You mean the first of what, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I made it like at 1 o'clock in the morning last night. Okay, I made it like right before I went to bed. Hoping to make the giveaway, but we'll be with a bunch of people. Always gotta make it hard. Oh yeah, exactly.
When GTA 5?
Yeah, Patrick Murphy.
Okay, I can give you an update on that. The answer: when Hawk manages to send out the 3060 Ti that he's sending to me, and then it can go in that that machine right there.
So yeah, he's going to be playing some GTA soon. I sent
Moat's
some
streaming more nodes. Don't worry, Moat. We're already on it.
Yep, nodes, and more nodes.
Yep.
I'm still waiting though. I'm waiting for the Flux team to drop the incentive for the Fractus node. They're keeping it pretty close to the chest right now. I'm waiting for that. With a water-cooled 1070 and 1080. Ooh.
I mean, the 1080 water cooled is like, if you're putting it on a really hard, efficient, like algo, like something like Raven Coin, you're going to be pushing 200 plus watts on that water cooled.
Honestly, the 1070 is actually I'm not going to say like super crazy efficient, but it is in like the 30 to 35% efficiency range. The 1070, I actually had a rig of them. They're actually not bad. So you would they do quite well on Flux. So I would suggest mining Flux
I
with the
actually skipped the
1070.
10. I actually skipped the 10 series.
Oh,
I went AMD, and then I grabbed a couple of the 20 series because obviously I've got one 2070 Ti, one 2070 normal, and then I've
okay.
got a full rig of 8 2080 Ti's.
I only went to the 1070s, man, because there was this like offer up ad that came up and it was super cheap.
Well,
Well,
originally,
okay.
wasn't you going to run a rig of 2080 Ti's?
Yeah, I was. Before we
So
get
you
into
had to
that though,
literally
I'm
return them
gonna
all.
I'm gonna bring in we have a Hollywood movie star in the building, people. Hollywood movie star. Here we go. From the UK.
You
We
what?
got KJ. Hollywood
You
movie star,
what?
YouTube sensation here.
How you doing, KJ?
Ah,
How you doing,
I've got a
KJ?
question. I have a
Uh-oh.
question.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
All
Completely
question
unrelated to mining.
unrelated to mining. Okay, so it's a Yeti question.
Well, maybe, yeah. I'm messing with Portainer and my Home Assistant, and I can't work out where the freaking hell the folder is to be able to edit the configuration. I've never used Portainer before, so
I don't use any assistant software. I'm way too paranoid for that.
I tried doing it at the back end as well, but that was too damn complicated.
No, I'm just way too paranoid to be having things like that in my house.
I've got my Home Assistant, I've got my smart lights, as you can see, all the fancy.
Oh man, I don't have
colours.
any of that either. I'm too
Yeah,
paranoid. They'll be listening in on me. They don't want to. I can't have them listen to what I'm talking about.
I got nothing to hide. They want to listen in, they crack on. It's mostly Chinese anyway, isn't it?
Oh man.
You got a cell phone, haven't you?
I don't. I rarely use it really.
Yeah, but it's still listening.
Well, all right, then it's going in a box then. Well, it's going in a soundproof box. Oh man.
No, I've just changed all my lights from the Smart Life ones over to the TP Link Tapo. But
Oh, Mr. Max Voltage will be happy then.
there doesn't appear to be any connectivity within Home Assistant for it, or not easily anyway. Every time I try it, it keeps screwing up on me.
Trust me, if we can understand things not doing as they should after the last week of working on a virtual server, trying to get it to actually do what we want it to do, trust me, if anyone can understand, it's us.
Yeah.
The last week's been horrid.
Well, Docker is like a virtual server, isn't it? You're putting containers.
Yeah, it's containers, but yeah, it runs in the same sort of area. It's just not considered bare metal.
No. It's all running off a Raspberry Pi, which I think is impressive. I've got multiple things running on it, and it doesn't miss a beat. And it's only a 3B plus as well, so it's not even a fast one. It's got loads of things running on it, and it just flies through it. I just can't find the folder for this Home Assistant.
Yeah. There's the very first Raspberry Pi.
619 OTA has some information
days.
for you, KJ, in the chat.
Sorry.
Yeah, he made a comment. I know nothing about Portainer, so that's something I don't have experience with yet.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about the chat as well.
Man, you're supposed to be like a YouTube Hollywood movie star here, man. You can't be forgetting about the chat.
Yeah, you always
I don't know where you get all this information from.
Hey, as Max Voltage says, I'm a nice troll. All right.
Well, I'm hoping to do a live stream possibly tomorrow night.
Moet also has he just made a comment about it too. So, all right, we're going for almost 20. I'm going to wait till the 30-minute mark, and then we'll start giving some Flux away. I got 5 of my addresses. I mean, 5 lucky miners will be winning $50 in Flux.
I've told you, King, like, if you don't pull my name this week, man, definitely getting on an aeroplane and coming to pay you a visit.
Dude, I haven't even won this thing yet. As long as it's been going on, I still haven't won.
I wish I could make this chat. Why can't
KJ,
it all be on one window?
Are you still running that pool? Or no?
Yeah, we got 2 pools. We got Etho and Ethereum Classic.
Nice.
But I think we're shutting down the Ethereum Classic in January because we're just too small to compete now.
Okay.
Now that the hash rate is all merged over, nobody's given us a second look. You know, there's not many UK miners as it is now because of the electric rates.
Right, yeah. Well, if you're mining Etho though in the UK, man, go check out you want to you can put a link. I think I gave you a wrench. If not, I'm a terrible person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and put a link to your pool there in the chat, and they can go check out your pool.
Oh, you got my name on the bottom
Mass
of the.
Boost and Stephen trolling me about flying coaches. Oh man, it's going to be a rough old trip getting to.
Yeah,
the States
listen
to
here.
data center.
If he doesn't win, he's not flying over here, okay? Because he's not going to make that flight. He's not going to want to do that. He's going to sit right there where he's sitting.
Until I get to Florida, then King, because you're going to be there, so that's fine.
Oh man, well I'm going to tell him to ship you in a banana box.
3 weeks in a box. Great, thanks, King.
Yeah, you'll probably go around the other way rather than going straight across the ocean.
Yep.
Look, Rootputs is still mining. He's in the Netherlands. Right on, Rootputs.
Wow, I think he's even more than we are.
Yeah, giving out wrenches. Man, I got to give this guy a wrench.
I moved mine yesterday.
Let's see here. There you go. You got a wrench, Mr. Big Irish. I got to give it out to Big Irish. He was one of my first people who followed me on YouTube. He's been with me since like the beginning. Great guy. He also is a fellow YouTuber. Go check him out.
He's also a YouTuber, right?
Yep, he is as well. He's also in Florida, by the way.
Oh well, I guess he'll be paying us a visit when we're.
It seems like there's a lot of people in Florida, right? There's like Serpent, there's GPU Risers, there's Hawk, Big Irish. There's like nobody out by me though. Like, there's literally.
I wish I was in Florida.
Man. You're up the devil's armpit where you are. Like, you know.
Oh man.
I wish I was in Florida right now. It's bloody freezing.
Yeah, we're pretty cold down here on the coast.
Yes, Mr. Patrick Murphy. I will be streaming again tonight. That will be for my 5K subs. And I'll be streaming with Panda and Chili from Octominer. I'll probably have it be a viewer calling and just have everybody kind of hang out. And we'll be giving away a lot of stuff, man. I got a brand new 3070 Ti. Chili's giving away an Octominer. Panda's giving away a few GPUs and some other stuff that he hinted at that he didn't say. So, yeah, it's going to be fun, man. You guys come hang out, giving back to everybody who supported me.
I don't know if I can stay up that late again.
Oh, I'll be up.
Well, I spent most of Wednesday in bed.
You don't want a chance at winning this, do you? Come on. Brand new. Hasn't even...
King, if I'm fitting
never even been open yet.
Right, while everyone's got you on stream, if I win, does that mean that you're going to have to get me a new case for it to fit in?
Yeah, I'll get you a new case. Hey, even though, hold on. For his birthday, I did get him an AIO and RAM for that computer.
Yeah, I go and trust me to be the one that goes, yeah, I'll go buy the case. Think, yeah, it'll fit. No, not even close. Can't even fit a 3070 in there, let alone anything bigger.
Oh, you're going to bed right now, Rondi? Oh, is he kind of... Rondi, aren't you on the East Coast? You're going to bed at 9 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah, Rondi's got really messed up sleep patterns. Don't worry about Rondi. He'll be there. Don't worry.
Sorry, Rondi.
Don't worry. Rondi, do you want me to give you a bell when it's time for you to wake up? I'll just give you a ring.
Is it 6 over by you? Is it? It's like 2 here.
It's about 55 right now. I
it's
think the high is going to be
2 a.m. for us,
70 C.
KJ.
It's pretty chilly.
No. I was looking at the
Oh,
chat.
what the
And you
Oh,
said
yeah.
it. And
Oh,
Yeti.
Let's
you
give
said it
away
was
some
6
Flux, you
degrees
guys.
there.
Let
yeah,
me find my
Moat's in cold
random
country.
number picker here, which I think, yep, I saved it. So let's go down here. Let's go see how many contestants we have. See how many in my wallet. Oh, this is for the hash, right? Let's go back. 20,
Come on, King. Hold my address. Come on.
25, 45.
How often is the snapshot for that list?
Once a week. I
I pull it in the morning. I actually have a link that I pull it with from the API. So, and then I put it in the spreadsheet here.
Shit.
So it's
I
100% hands
yesterday.
off. It's all right though. Don't worry. They're all my addresses. I made all 2,500 of them. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's got
All
one
right.
GPU on every address. That's what it is.
No, I was on Flux Balls most of yesterday afternoon.
Well, you have to keep 100% uptime for the entire week to be entered.
Right. Okay. I can't afford to do that.
But what people don't understand though is even if you leave one card on there and it's doing, even if it's a GT10 doing 2 souls, you still keep your uptime as long as you keep something on there. It doesn't have to be the whole, your farm.
I got 6 there. I might put 1 on it full time, but the rest
as long
of
as you
them
have it on there one full time,
Casper.
as long as it's 1 full time, then you'll be entered in, right? Because it's you have to keep the uptime on the pool. So let's see here. We're gonna click go. Here is the first winner for $50. It's gonna be Mr. Yeti. Here we go, Yeti. Here you are. 910. Let's see here. 910. It would be nice if I won this. Okay, here we go. 910. There you go. Lucky Miner. 910. Is that you, Yeti?
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a second. A few of those numbers look a bit. Hang on.
Pull another one.
No. It's close. It's actually very close in the number.
Nice. Oh, 872.
More chance of winning the lottery.
Here we go. Here's the second lucky miner here. Here we go.
Come on, King. Pull mine.
Well, you would think that since I run this
the
thing
man who pulls the numbers.
Oh man! Speaking of lottery, man, I did a video on that little block coin eruptor I got from Bitcoin merch, man. It was really interesting doing all that research. That you get that many chances. It's
kind of surprising how more you get out of that than a lottery ticket.
Right? Yeah, 52,000 chances in a year you get with that thing compared to a lottery ticket, which is you're in that one time for that one. Like if the drawing's Monday, that's all you're in for.
Yeah, which means you get 52 draws.
Yeah. So really, really interesting. I got to do the how-to video, how to set that up. And then I'm going to, and from that point, when I do that video, I'm going to leave it on for an entire year. Here we go. 15, 16. Here is the third winner here. I'm sure it's probably KJ. He won. Right, KJ?
I wish. No, I haven't been on it long enough.
Oh, sorry.
I've probably got like 2% commitment.
578. 578. Here we go. Lucky miner number 4. Come on, Mining King. We need some more nodes. We need more nodes. Here, 578. Just double check. Yep, 578. 578.
Not even showing
There's
anything
the
under
fourth winner here.
loyalty.
Congratulations to lucky miner number 4. I'm sure it's probably Yeti, right? Yeti, you're gonna win now. I feel it. Oh
no,
and I just get head shakes. All right, here we go for the 5th and final winner for the $50 in Flux. 617. This week it was weird. Last week it picked a lot of high numbers. This week it's numbers that are a little further back. So I think I have a chance here. Maybe 617. Fifth and final winner for the $50 in Flux. Congratulations to the fifth winner. Hopefully that's you, Yeti.
No.
Oh, well, I tried. We still have one more giveaway, guys. We have the 1.7 kilosouls for 48 hours. So I will be giving that away here in about 15, 20 minutes or so. As well as if any of you guys want to call in, talk to some of these, these YouTube sensation, Yeti, he's about to start his YouTube. So you guys be careful.
King, one of these days,
I'm going to get him to start this way. He's going to do it.
When have I got time, King? You know how little I already sleep.
I said this. Hey, if you record yourself, I'll do the editing. All right.
Yeah, I've still got to figure time to record in amongst 4 hours of sleep a day.
Sleep's for the week. Oh, sorry, Mawat, man. Sorry about that, Mawat. I mean, if it makes you feel better, I've been doing this giveaway forever, and I still haven't even won myself. So,
Is Moa in Misfit Mining?
Oh, I'm sure he's there somewhere.
He probably is. You could also find him in the Flux Discord, though. He's in Flux. Are you telling me that you're not in the Flux Discord, KJ?
No.
Oh, man.
Trust Max to turn up with a good troll. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Here's
My
Max.
granddad used to say the same thing to me.
How you doing, Max? What's going on there, General Sir? What's going on there? Are you on a lunch break? I mean, you're the CEO, so you just, I don't know, take a break whenever you want. Hey, what's going on, Crypto Shape? We got Crypto Shape here, and everybody's showing up today. Right on. Well, we already pulled the 5 winners for the $50. I guess for all the people that showed up late, I guess I'll show them. These are all the winners right here. Maybe it's your address. Maybe it's not. It's definitely not mine. I think one of them's Yeti's, maybe.
No, none of them. I've just double checked. The only problem is the moment I call out that I've actually won, everyone in that channel is going to shout rigged.
Yeah, right.
One.
He's been getting on me the whole time about winning. So,
there we go. I've linked up with Moa on Discord now, so I can drop him a message about my.
Oh, look at that! Max
situation.
Is on his lunch break. Well, that's cool, Max. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Where
He's only here for the Flux. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. He's not here to see me. He just wants to know if he won or not. What are we eating today, Max? Are we having filet mignon? Are we having a New York steak, or where are we eating at today? Bobby XRP Ax, is that Axelrod? Yes, I have a Fractus node. I don't have it on the main net yet because it's not live on the main net. But yes, I have done a Fractus node or Project Thunder on the test net. So yeah, and you don't need you. So actually, Mr. Mowat here, he can help you with the test net, right, Mr. Mowat?
Yep. All testnet inquiries obviously speak to Mowat.
He's gonna hate.
He's gonna kill us.
He's gonna hate it.
Oh man. But yeah, I've set up a Fractus node. Now realize that the Fractus nodes also use 4 times the bandwidth as the regular Cumulus node. So the 25 up and 25 down is is not it anymore. It's 100 up and 100 down, which is the same requirements as a Stratus. But one of the things that did change is you don't need as much. The read and write speed doesn't have to be as high. You can run everything off of the mechanical drive. I think the bare minimum is 80 megabytes. I think on the read and write speed, if I remember correctly.
10 terabyte minimum space requirement. If I
yeah,
remember right.
I think it was a 10 terabyte minimum on the requirements. Mining King, how often do tight nodes come available? I sat on the page yesterday all day. Well, that's up to the Flux team as far as the Titan availability.
I guess we could just say keep a close eye on it.
I would say I have one set up. It's up to the team for them to engage it and do everything on the back end, but there's no. As far as I know, there's not a schedule. They just not that I know of it or anything like that. I would say if you're looking to get into a Titan node, I would say just keep checking. I know that when we put ours up, it went out pretty quick. As soon as ours went live, I put 1,000.
4 hours, it was full.
I put 1,000 in just as soon as it went live. Because obviously I knew it went live.
So load in as well. And I'll probably do the same with this one as well. Just lock it up on the same time as our Titan releases.
Moat says Titan nodes are usually released once a week at random times.
Makes a lot of sense.
I would say, because I don't think they want to
you don't want to flood the system.
Yeah, because then if you gave a time, then everybody's going to be sitting there logging in and everyone's going to be clicking the button, right? It's going to...
Yeah. The random time makes it fair for everyone to be able to get
right. That way, people who didn't get in maybe last time could get in. Right. It's not always the same guy. Always just sitting there spamming them. Clicking their mouse 24/7. So I think that's a good
King. You're the one you're the one who's tied up the most Flux in those times. I bet you've been sitting there like that.
No, I have all mine tied up right now in my Nimbus. I have 1,000 in Titan. I was actually considering maybe buying some.
If I did all my numbers right, I could do 4 right now.
4 Cumulus nodes.
Yeah. Well, if I pulled from my other crypto that's been in long-term storage, I could probably go really big.
Go ginormous. I was thinking about buying enough Flux to maybe do a Stratus.
Yeah, so was I.
I don't know. It's a lot of money. I don't make that coder money, so it's it's hard for me.
You got all that king money. That's what that is.
Oh, I think I may have found the folder. I'm not sure if I'm talking to myself because I've got so many bloody windows open right now.
Look at this guy.
Oh, I'm still on there. Okay. I wasn't sure whether I was still in this chat or not.
Moat says no more Cumulus nodes. Yeah, they have quite a lot of Cumulus. I moved up to a Nimbus node just because
I'll one up that. No more UPnP.
No more UPnP. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for Yeti to say something about that. Moat, any instructional videos on adding an external 10 terabyte hard drive? So I did a video on the Fractus node, but I didn't mount my drive. I just made a new VM and I just added. The hard drive I chose was a 10 terabyte drive in RAID.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Huh.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. No, I opened up Discord. And I don't. It's not showing my microphone in the settings anymore.
Oh, really? Moat says no. He says he means deploy more Cumulus nodes, not Nimbus.
Oh, don't worry, Moat. We've got that plan already sorted. I think we can deploy once we've got the facility up, probably over 100, just to get us going. The IP arrangement, the assignments is going to be outrageous to do that many IPs, but I'm refusing to go down UPnP path completely. It's just not happening.
So yeah, my video, I did not mount the drive to a current Cumulus node. I did a fresh VM install. That's, as far as I know, that's the only instructional video out on the Project Thunder. I don't think any other YouTuber has covered the Fractus nodes besides me. Uh-oh, look, you see what Moa just said? He said, I will drag you down the UPP rabbit hole.
For anyone not realizing why I don't like UPnP is because UPnP on enterprise level equipment is very different than what you get on a sort of residential consumer grade router.
Sorry, Moa, but I'm gonna have to say that UPnP must die in a fire.
Yes. Yes.
Port
triggering.
Bobby says we need more videos for Project Thunder. Well, man, I made one already. You know,
we were talking about potentially doing a SAN idea. I suppose that might be a good video to do, whether we could hook up Thunder through a SAN.
Yeah, so the whole thing with Thunder and why I haven't like really got into it is because, well, one, I just had the spare hard drives at home, so I put them in a RAID, right? And I got like 16 terabytes. The biggest thing for me with the Fractus node, it's going to heavily depend on the incentive, right? You're talking people may or may not have the hard drive space, right, to be able to do a Fractus node, so they're going to have to go out and buy hard drives, as well as most people don't have 100 up and 100 down symmetrical, right? Most people have like, we'll use max voltage. I hate to use you in this example, but I know what your internet is, so it's easy for me to do. He has like 1.2 gig down, but only like 40 up. So they would actually have
uploads terrible.
No, right, and that's mostly for everybody who's on coax, from like, Xfinity, Comcast, and all these other, Verizon, Theos, and all those other people who are on similar products. They don't have a symmetrical upload, so they would actually have to pay significantly more a month to be able to get an upload that high. So the incentive from Flux, I'm waiting to see what it is, because one, like, let's say that we wanted to do it right, and let's say we could use a SAN, you know what I mean, at our facility down there. Like, it's going to heavily depend on like what the incentive is for us to buy a SAN, fill it full of drives, and offer that service to people, because nobody knows what the incentive is going to be like yet. Oh, is Verizon Theos symmetrical, Steven? I don't have Verizon. I know a lot of people who have other internets don't have a symmetrical connection. So, well, so yeah, and that's the other thing is people who are limited through Comcast, Xfinity, which Cox Cable is also Xfinity. This is a different name, but the same provider. That particular provider, if you're limited to that provider, it costs a lot to get an actual symmetrical connection. And usually it's a 2 or 3, gig line going, in, up and down. But the problem is they want so much freaking money, like $325 for fiber. I pay like $70 a month, for each of my 1 gigabit lines coming in. So I'm fortunate enough to have really nice internet, and grateful for that, but not everybody has access to that.
I'm surprised they didn't turn your garage into the new Hawk facility.
My garage?
Yeah.
KJ.
Oh,
yeah, the facility. Yeah. We're just gonna demo my garage. We're gonna build a data center. It's gonna be a skyscraper in my neighborhood.
No,
my HOA would just love that.
We might have a few. What we might do, and we've discussed this, haven't we, King? Is that we might very well have like some of our corporate stuff there, like offsite backups and stuff like that. So it's actually completely in a offsite location.
Well, take it easy, Crypto Shape. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. What's going on? Is it Conda Bits Mining? I'm awful at pronouncing. I'm sorry if I didn't say that correctly. So yeah, to me, the whole Fractus node thing, the reason I haven't done more content on it is I'm waiting to see from Flux what the incentive is going to be like. Maybe it makes sense for somebody like me who has really good internet and I have spare hard drives sitting around, but it wouldn't make sense for people who don't have spare hard drives sitting around where they have to go out and buy drives or upgrade their internet service. Because that's a lot to take on. Look at what Techman Ty says. You see that?
That's what I was just laughing at just then.
Oh man, that's
See,
too
another
funny.
one that can understand, you know.
All right. We've been going. I'm gonna wait about 5 more minutes, and then we'll pick the last lucky winner for the 1.7 kilosoul hash rate for 2 days. Hopefully, it's me. Still haven't won anything. Should really rig this thing so I said, I win. No.
You could always drop mine in there if you like.
Yeah. Well, if you have any questions here for me or for Mr. Yeti or YouTube sensation KJ, please add us in the chat.
You just say that so you get the same face from me every single time. I'm like, what?
And thank you, Patrick. I appreciate it, Patrick Murphy. Yeah, mark your calendars tonight. For people who are tuning in late right now. Oh, I don't know, Condibits. I don't know. Tough crowd today, man. Tough crowd today. It's all right, though. So I will be streaming again 9 p.m. Eastern time. I will be streaming with Mr. Red Panda Mining and Chili from Octominer. I'll probably be doing a viewer call-in. Oh,
well, if you're going to be doing a viewer call-in, King, don't be surprised if, I don't make a call myself.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there you go. You going to troll Panda?
Of course, I've got to get every opportunity to troll the Panda. It's not often I get to troll our red furry friend.
There you go, man. All right, we got a special guest. And it's probably because we're talking about you, P&P, so much. So he's gonna have a few words. Here we go.
Yes.
Oh,
how you doing,
Moat? How you doing?
I'm good. Honestly, I just had meetings, so.
Oh, nice.
Just cut off another call. So, some of us have day jobs. We don't make that YouTube money that we can just give up everything.
It's, gone 5 p.m. my time. So
don't know this. The YouTube money is not great. So
put out the tip. This is why you got the lottery. You got the lottery thing going, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is hopefully I win, so this way, I could pay myself today.
It's funny. I messaged you I commented on it. I actually just bought like 3 of them for the wife just to put on her desk. It's her little lottery ticket with a Raspberry Pi attached to it so that it'll sit there. The kids
for the block eruptors.
Yep.
Nice. Yep. Nice. When I was breaking down the math and I was doing this video, I'm like, man, this is really, I was trying to take it, a different perspective on it. Cause I know people are going to think about profitability. And I know there's a lot of people out there who like passive income, but sometimes you have to look at it from a different angle. Because let's be honest right now, profitability on most things right now is non-existent unless you're running like an L7 or, a Cadena mine or something like that. I mean, even a lot of the S19s right now are unprofitable, right? Depending upon your electric rate and stuff like that. So profitability and passive income.
Those block eruptor things just purely for getting a block. You can't stick it in a pool and
you
can.
you can like pennies a day or whatever.
Even less than that.
Less.
It's like
Yeah, it's even less than that. I mean,
I got
you're-
three. I got 3 of them running. I get 1 penny a day on a pool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay then. Won't bother with that then.
I think the hash resource would be better spent trying to win that lottery ticket, right? Because at that rate right there, you're not even paying the electric on the block eruptor, really. So it's, to me, it makes more sense that way.
I turned it into a whole project. It's not completed. I'll send you a picture when I'm done. But the kids are using the 3D printer to build like a back plate to mount the USBs on and the Raspberry Pi, so they can put it on her desk and put her name on it and Bitcoin lottery. So just turned it into a whole project for the quote unquote family. You know,
Nice.
And it's going to run like what, 20 watts. You know, so
yeah, it's so little that you don't even notice it.
Yeah,
and if just think about that, if you have more than one, right? I think when I did the math, it was 52,000 blocks in a year, right? It's like 52,000. I think like 500 something.
I actually,
if you have 3 of those things,
Steven said in the chat.
But Steven, these things are just money grabs.
I actually agree with that, unfortunately.
Actually, technically, the hardware's been around since the early days of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but back then, they used to be profitable.
You know, a scratch ticket or a lottery ticket, it's the same thing. It's just a money grab.
Yep.
That's kind of what I was thinking. If you're gonna gamble, right? If you're
we
a
went
gambling person and you play the slots or you do scratch tickets, you do things like that, why not spend the $200 or however much it is for whatever variation you decide to buy and get a little block eruptor, right? Because you infinitely keep getting chances to win, essentially, right? So like if I buy a $10 scratch ticket, right? Once I scratch it and I lose, it's over, right?
Yeah, you don't get
another chance.
That's just a wasted bit of cardboard, isn't it?
Versus the block eruptor, that thing, you leave it plugged in for 10 years, man, it's going to give you chances for all 10 of those years, right? So if it's 10 years, that's 500,000 chances to win a block. Versus if you bought one lottery ticket, you only get the one shot. So I was just kind of taking it from that perspective. Is it a money grab? Yeah, I mean,
they're too expensive.
But so is any other kind of gambling, though, right? Is a money grab.
I mean, they're more affordable now, I would say. Like 6, 7, 12 months ago, they were going for obscene money.
Yeah, they were going for
back
like
in the day when they were only $40.
Yeah.
In 2013, they were $20.
Right.
I was going to say, I remember when they were 40. So
it's when I bought all mine. I sold 9 for 500.
Yep, there you go. And remember, they're just FPGAs. So you could literally take them,
single ASIC
break them down. You could load them up. You could load up new algos on them. I mean, they're just using a miner program. So you don't have to do BTC. Maybe the next coin coming out of the shit box will be, you know, something that you can run on this little USB.
Oh, there you go.
What
See,
interests me because I might LTC.
King, I don't know if you spotted, but our red furry friends arrived.
Oh, here we go. Mining King. All right, hold on. Red Panda says, I just went ahead and bought 100 of those block eruptors. I better get a block because of you, Mining King. All right.
Oh wow. I'm gonna love seeing the video of umpteen
right, like
7
like the whole wall
USB extenders.
Oh man.
That could be a
Joker
new
Miner.
background for you.
The poker tournament, to my knowledge, for the Neoxa poker tournament has been delayed.
January, I think.
It's going to be in January, so it's no longer in December. I think because everybody has, family plans and stuff like that. They got stuff going on. They decided to move it to January so that everybody could participate because there was a few people who had to actually cancel, so they wanted everybody to still come. So I think it's January. So stay tuned for that information. All right. Catch you later, Panda. Dude, stop driving and watching this stuff, man. You're going to get another ticket. Remember last time that we were live, he got a ticket.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got it. He got pulled over.
I can only
Oh,
imagine
man.
that conversation.
Yeah, but he's in Canada, so it's just a slap on the wrist. Isn't
I
it?
mean, it's okay though. He's a Hollywood movie star over there. He just tells him who he is, and he gets off scot free.
Yeah. Says this
So,
is my YouTube channel.
Moa, can you tell? Is there any information I didn't cover on the practice notes that you can tell people, or
Nothing yet. They haven't announced really a whole lot. They're
Yeah.
still waiting on announcing the rewards for everybody. So until the rewards come out, it's really just kind of a wait and see type scenario.
could you use a SAN, like if and have it have multiple people? You know what I mean? So we could have like multiple clients on that. Would that be feasible or no?
Yes, very, very, very feasible. The requirements of the 80 megabit for speed is actually low enough. As I said before, you can use an NFS, so you could use a network storage device. So you don't even have to go the full SAN route. If you had a large storage server with a sufficient network, you wouldn't want to go anything less than a 1 gig. But I would even suggest a 2.5 or at least a large bonded pipe on your NFS box. So
Right.
you could probably support at least 3 or 4 clients, 3 or 4 nodes off of one NAS device.
Nice, very nice.
That's what we were talking about, wasn't it, King?
Yeah,
So with,
we're just waiting to hear
with
the
facility,
incentives though.
obviously, having a network attached storage for people that want to do that type of node makes a lot of sense for us, because we can pack it into a small space compared to having to give them dedicated space for their own hardware. So it does make sense.
They will participate in the Cumulus tier. So when you look at a reward strategy, you're looking still right now. Currently the Cumulus reward is every 15 days.
So it's effectively Cumulus plus an incentive.
Correct. It is a different node. Like, for example, it will not use, you do not have to have the SSD. You only have to have the HDD. So those requirements are completely different. It is actually considered a Cumulus Fractus node, I believe is the current terminology.
Yeah.
So, but it will participate in the tier structure and the rank structure with inside of Cumulus. There's not going to be a fourth rank structure created.
Okay, so essentially, you'll still get a Cumulus reward payout, but you would get an additional incentive from the Fractus side, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Which is still to be determined at the moment.
Right. And I believe you actually still, and again, don't quote me on this, but I believe you actually get the Cumulus reward plus whatever this incentive is if you are Thunder enabled.
Right. I think that's the part that everybody's waiting to see before everybody starts. We're going to see a hard drive shortage again, like we did with Chia.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't
be surprised if you find that most of the Chia users end up switching over just to see how profitable it can be.
My understanding with Chia is they pay out very much differently, though.
Oh yeah, very.
Somebody came in complaining the other day about the fact that their node was up for 12 days and then it went down on the 13th day, and it was offline for 24 hours, and then it went DOS, and now they're back at the bottom of the list, and they're like, well, why can't I get paid for the 12 days that I was online? And they referenced the fact that some of these others like StoreJ and Chia pay out for however long you're up, not this ranked tier structure that Flux runs under. So that'll be
Flux doesn't make any hidden assumptions on that. They are very clear about how that works.
Well, it's plain and simple. You're running an enterprise level client facing server. You're required to be online 24/7, 365.
No different than a data center would be expected to be.
So you're supporting it. You're supporting a 4 to 5 9, environment. So even a day down is, you're blowing the SLA. So yes, it's very strict on making sure you're up all the time. And if you want your rewards, you need to keep it up.
I think it works out about 4 hours, doesn't it? The maintenance window that you get on a node.
It's 240 blocks. So right now it's, current time is like 2 minutes per block. So 480 minutes.
And I mean, it does state in the Flux Nodes section that this is for intermediate users, right? And it's not for, just beginners or maybe people who don't. Just kind of like you guys said, it's enterprise level, and part of being enterprise level is you're required to be up 99.99% of the time.
Pretty much.
And if you have some. Maybe your upload speed's kind of shaky, right? Maybe you're just barely cutting, the benchmark speed. That's on you if you're willing to risk that, right? Because if you're doing something at the time when the node benchmarks, right, you fail the benchmark, you don't realize it, right? It goes off. It's on you to get it back up, and it's on you to pay attention. I suggest, me personally, I like using Second TL Mining's DAP he has on the Flux network. And you just put in your wallet address, and anything that's tied to that wallet address, it'll pull up all the nodes, and then it'll tell you if they passed, if they failed, what apps are on them. It's a great DApp that he runs. I really like it. But yeah, you guys really have to pay attention on your nodes because, I know tons of people. I know Max has had issues where he had less than 24 hours before he was going to get paid out, and his node kicked off, didn't realize it, or didn't have time to reset it right and get to the back of the line. Now, that's kind of why I went to Nimbus, right? I converted all of my Cumuluses. I had 8 Cumulus, and for the most part, I would say the last 3 months I ran my Cumulus, I didn't have a hiccup, right? They all benchmarked, did everything fine. But the reason I wanted that is just because of that line. The Cumulus line is so long compared to a Nimbus, right? If you go down on a Cumulus, you're over 15 days. I think it's like, 15 and a half days right now? I haven't looked for a little while.
15 days and 6 hours at the moment.
Yeah. So that's a long time to wait to get back in line. If you go to a Nimbus, it's like 3.5 or 4 days on a Nimbus. So it's your time to get
less on a Stratus.
Right.
I'll give you another good tool here, King.
Any news about the Neoxa master nodes? Lucas asks. You know anything about the master nodes, Moat?
You can run a Neoxa node on Flux. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I do not know whether they consider those a master node and whether they are actually paid. So you'll have to do your own research on that one. But you can run Neoxa under.
Yeah, they do have a node for Neoxa, but I don't believe that that's the master node.
Not the way that you're thinking of it, I don't think.
Yeah, no, they have an incentive one because it's going to be similar to Firo. So I don't believe that one's out yet, Lucas. I want to say it was like what, 500,000 Neoxa to start a master node. I might be wrong about that, but I thought it was 500,000 Neoxa.
A big thing for people to pay attention. Somebody jumped in the support channel the other day and started asking questions on, they're like, I'm running a master node for this, and I'm running a node for this crypto project, so on and so forth. Remember, when we talk about Flux nodes, these are not master nodes. Yes, they do some movement of the chain, but it's very little. These are not miners. These are not, master nodes in the current sense of the word. These are basically proof of work nodes. So you are actually running applications. This is what provides the service. Somebody asked me the other day whether Flux could run virtual machines like ETH's EVM type scenarios. Those EVMs run out on their master nodes. So this is what Flux is. This is what the whole point of the project is running these nodes to provide services for the client. Dan leaked the whole WordPress thing. If you haven't looked at that, that's a huge deal. I mean,
yeah, I seen that a couple days ago on Twitter.
Allowing somebody to run a WordPress site for literally dollars a month, to just spin up your own version of your little WordPress site for your small burgeoning business and stuff. That's a huge thing. And so the Flux nodes provide a service and a commodity that can be resold on the open market, which makes it so much different than just running a master node, so that we have faster transactions of shifting money around.
And I guess the bonus with them using dApps as well is that in theory, it's just computational power. So if you write the dApp to take advantage of the computational power, it can effectively run anything it wants to within the environment that is contained within.
Yep. I mean, this is only the beginning. You could run anything on there. You want to develop your own code. You want to develop apps. You want to run, I tell people all the time, this is where AWS started. AWS came in and said, hey, Mr. Client, instead of building your own servers, why don't you come run your applications over here?
Yep.
This is how it all started. So this is just another, it is a cloud.
It's just a different iteration of a cloud processing effectively. But it is effectively what AWS does, just in a very different manner. Rather than having centralized servers like AWS has, in effect, Flux is powered by the fact that all the nodes are running. So, it's no different, just different approaches.
All right, guys, we've been going for about an hour and 11 minutes. I'm going to do the final drawing here for the 1.7 kilosol hash rate for 48 hours.
Pull
Here we
my
go.
Come on.
1379. 1379. 1379. Lucky miner right here. 48 hour hash rate of 1.7 kilosols to the wallet address. And once again, congratulations to the 5 miners who won the $50. That will once again be sent directly to that mining address. So where do these addresses come? Where do they come from? I got a link from the Flux Pool operator that it uses an API to scrape everything from their percentage of everybody's uptime. So then I convert it to a CSV file, and then I put it into this spreadsheet here. That's essentially how I do it. I pull it the morning of.
Yep, I think it's anyone with 95% uptime or higher basically qualifies to be in the pool.
I never got a chance then because my miner goes off at night.
You gotta keep it on, man. Even just one card. Just one card. Keep it on, man. Keeps that uptime on.
I sleep in silence. My bedroom's just the other side of the wall here.
Oh man, dude, I love the soothing sound of mining rigs right by my ear. Just
me and my wife slept with 5 ASICs next to us.
So, no thanks.
Just a heavy sleeper, so it didn't bother me.
The address looks familiar. Oh, did you win, Golden Wolf? Did you win, buddy? That'd be cool if Golden Wolf won.
I've never met anybody that won. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all kings. He changes his Flux IDs on a weekly basis.
Yeah, that's it.
Have we ever seen anybody in the chat actually say, yes, it's me, I won?
Well, congratulations to all the winners. Oh, man. If you guys have any last-minute questions, we'll go for another 5 minutes or so. If you guys got questions for Yeti, Mowat, or KJ, let me know. Once again, thank you, Flux Pools, for sponsoring my channel. Greatly appreciate it. I just leave the rig on and don't look at anything. Check Hive every now and then to make sure it's
got the right idea. Yep, exactly. King's undercover wallets. Totally agree.
I was just about to say somebody knows the backstory here.
Oh, I wish, man. I haven't. As long as I've been mining there, I still haven't won. So it'd be nice. But then if I definitely want, I'm gonna have to like, not be like, yes, I'll have to just be like, oh, lucky miner.
I've just
number
seen a
3.
message from Zapirate saying might put a GPU in my server and do a PCI pass through to a VM so I can run it 24/7. Just to let you know, passing it through to a VM like that will take a performance hit quite
Yeah.
drastically, anywhere
Yeah,
between
big
10
one.
and 25%.
You say this, and I'll actually post you some information. I have
Uh-oh.
2 of them running. I have 2 of them running in a Proxmox box, and it's
Okay.
pretty funny. It's pretty funny because Hive loses its mind over it. I'm getting 163 souls per card
Okay.
on a
What?
3070, according to Hive. It's
Okay.
hilarious.
And does that actually register poolside as well?
No.
Oh, I was going to say
And
that would be
if you
hilarious.
go-
because-
And if you go down into the actual miner itself, it's running what you would expect. It 60.
Okay.
Just Hive can't understand what he's doing.
But
Brilliant.
yeah, Hive
Brilliant.
does not quite understand. I'm sorry, it's 129 souls. So I believe what is a 3070 running these days?
Anywhere between 61 and 72, somewhere like that, depending on if you've got it set for efficiency
Oh
or
no. I think mine are running much harder than that.
Yeah, mine.
yours are at like 75, King, but you just don't care about the power that they're pulling.
Yeah.
Let's see here. These ones here are running. Yeah, these ones are about 75. I think I had some at 80. I just
Man just
I want
doesn't
I
care
want the
how many
flux,
watts
man.
the cards pulls. He's just like, yeah, just let it run.
Yeah,
So
dude.
the-
Hey, I want the flux, man.
So the hit isn't very bad. I've got the same tuning on my mining rig. I'm getting about 69 souls at 138 watts. So in my Proxmox, I'm getting right around 61 souls at 138 watts. So I'm losing about 7 souls through the VM, and that's running 2 cards inside
So
of
that's
the VM.
probably more like what? Less than 5% loss then with
Yeah,
Proxmox.
it's not that bad.
That's not that bad with Proxmox.
No. Now understand I'm only doing this because this is my proof of work, proof of useful work rig. So the eventuality coming with Flux. Now we don't have a timeline on this, but we're thinking like spring, summer is when they're going to finally get it. But the next node iteration, right now it's Thunder, add 10 terabytes to your node, you're providing storage. The next iteration of this is add a GPU to your node. And now you'll be able to farm out that GPU resource to projects. So somebody can come in and render against your node.
AI computational power will certainly be one that people pick up on because GPUs for doing that kind of thing is they're built perfectly for that.
Yeah. So getting prepared. So my getting prepared for that is figuring out how I can virtualize, 3 or 4 cards into a Proxmox so that I can run 3 or 4 Cumulus nodes and put a card on each one of them.
Nice. That'd be interesting.
Nice.
That'd definitely be interesting to test, King.
And then John says, is there a better way to claim parallel assets from node payouts than per each parallel asset in Zelcore?
Hold on. What? Read that again.
I'm not sure I understand that. Is there a better way to claim the parallel assets for from node payouts than per each parallel asset in Zelcore?
No. You only can claim them in Zelcore.
Yeah. So sorry, man.
I
Unfortunately,
believe that's only up till snapshot 10, right? If I remember rightly, for the 10th.
Well, no,
parallel asset.
he's wondering how he gets his parallel assets from his nodes, right? So like when you get like Flux Ergo, right? You know what I mean? He's just wondering, is there a better way to convert it? I think. I'm not sure I'm understanding his question all the way, but
I think what he's wanting is a one-click button that collects all the parallel assets at the same time.
Well, so you could do in Zelcore if you want to see if you have any, like you're not sure if you have any of the other parallel assets, you could actually when you click like add a token or add an asset, I think there's the button for smart assets, which will actually scrape everything that's attached to that wallet. That way it'll pull everything, like even your parallel assets that you may or may not even know about. So I would use the Smart Asset tool. It's in
It will-
Zelcore.
That will only work if you've claimed them.
Yeah.
If you haven't claimed them and they're still in your from your node and you haven't claimed them, they won't show up under the Smart Asset.
Okay.
You have to go into Zelcore in the Fusion and actually claim the PAs. The only way you can really see what you haven't claimed is through a tool like, for example, Second TLs. At the bottom of Second TL's tool, it will list all of your unclaimed parallel assets. It'll also show what you have claimed historically. He does a pretty good job scraping the chain for your wallet address to produce that.
Yeah, man, I love his app, man. It's amazing. It's
Actually, me and
say
Second
I
TL
have it
have been
bookmarked.
discussing, King, me and Second TL have actually been discussing about utilizing some of his code inside of Terra to be able to grab your node statistics.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yep.
which would be quite cool if we can, because obviously we can get another level of integration deeper within our system at the same time.
Well, I think I'm going to call it a stream here. Answer one last question. Is it Savada? I'm not sure if I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. I got about 3.7 kilosol on the Flux pools right now, give or take. Then see if there's any other last questions here.
Golden Wolf said you have to have dust in your Zelcore wallet to convert back to Flux, and yes, you do. You need to have a bit of dust in each of the different parallel assets in order to be able to trigger the fusion.
Right. So, like, if you're going to convert the Flux Ergo, you need to have a tiny bit of Ergo in there to be able to move it over.
That's why I went and got a bag of everything while I was at I had the chance.
Was looking to set up my first node. Any hardware suggestion? Crypto Mining Insider. Okay, so it depends. Like your goals. Are you only going to have one or two? You could do the Raspberry Pi thing or the mini PC thing, or if you want something like more versatile, right? You could do something like Proxmox or Unraid, and use another computer in your house or a server to have several nodes or NAS or any other things you want to run, like a Minecraft game server or whatever you want to do. It kind of depends on what you want it to be and do and how much money you're willing to spend. Those PowerEdge servers, though, the V2s are pretty cheap, but they only will benchmark at Cumulus level for the V2s. They will not do Nimbus or any of that. They will only be able to pass the Cumulus benchmark.
Which server are you thinking? Or the older
V2 Xeon processors will only meet Cumulus standards.
I posted to somebody earlier these AS Rock 4x4 boxes. They're like a little mini PC. I run like 3 of them in a cluster, and they're really great little boxes. They have an M2 drive on board, as well as they'll take a single 2.5-inch SSD inside of them.
Oh, nice.
So, you can boot off the M2 and then put a 1 terabyte SSD in there, throw your Proxmox on it, and you could run literally, I have benchmarked 7 nodes on it, and it'll run just fine. And that's with the Ryzen 5800U. So they're bare bones kits that you can get off a Newegg for about $600. Throw in a 32 gigs of RAM and you're in a couple hard drives, and you're off and running. And they do actually have a 2.5 gig Ethernet. So that also
is wow. That's
very
pretty impressive. They got 2.5.
And they're small, so they're great.
Yeah. Crypto Mining Insider, it kind of just depends on what you want it to be, because I've seen a few people, who started off with one node, right? Then they got another node and then another node. What they did was they bought like 3 Raspberry Pis for the same amount of money, right? To buy all those Pis, you could have bought like an actual server or bare bones or something much more powerful than that, and it would be much cheaper. So you kind of have to think ahead of what your end goal is. Are you going to run just one? Are you going to run 5? You want it to be
Yeah.
your NAS, or you kind of have to think ahead a little bit of what you want it to be.
I think
Otherwise,
the
you're going to end up
Optiflex 7050 is a good one.
the
He
oh
mentions there,
Optiplex. Oh
yeah, Optiflex 7050. I think that's i5, or is it i5, i7?
I like man, my R620, man. It went on sale. Like it was 285 with tax, and that's 20 cores, 40 threads, and it had what? Why are you shaking your head?
Because what did we buy for Terra?
Well, yeah, that's different though. Well, okay. If you're, yeah, they're not gonna be able to get that many and ship it over there from the UK, okay? Unless KJ's interested in that. So, I mean, servers over in the UK are abundant. They're cheap. They only
Oh, yeah.
really like brand new hardware. The issue is obviously you have to pay for shipping overseas, which can also be risky because you can, risk it being damaged. So, but yeah, I love the R620s, man. They have lots of cores, lots of threads. You can put lots of RAM in it. I think the max is like 1.5 terabytes of RAM if you wanted to. But then again, when you get into servers, though, know this: if you have no experience with servers, they are very much different than a normal computer. So
They're not that bad.
yeah, no, but depending on
Not that
people's
bad.
technical skill, you know what I mean. Just know that it is very much different to set up a server than it is, a desktop PC.
Believe me, the AS Rock guys actually have their own version of what they're trying to do with an onboard ILOM, and it's very difficult. So having a Dell iDRAC would be very nice. I think what would kill me is actually buying a 620 and not having the enterprise license and not the full iDRAC capabilities.
So funny enough, I have two 620s. One has the iDRAC license, the other one doesn't. So
Kills you, doesn't it?
yeah, I was like, oh man, this sucks so bad. Oh, but I like the one that has the iDRAC though, so it's cool. I like using it. So anyways, well, we've been going for an hour and a half. We're gonna call it. All right. Thank you, Moat, for joining, man. It's always fun having Moat here. And thank you, KJ, Hollywood movie star, for joining us. I love it when he sees that face.
He just loves my smile.
Hey,
he just loves my
put your
smile.
YouTube channel down there. You got content, don't you, KJ?
No, not yet. I said we're thinking of doing a live tomorrow.
Like a full-on live?
Yeah, like this sort of thing.
Oh, there you go, man. I'll have to tune in.
The starting video will be a live.
Well, make sure you put it in the right time zone for us Americans, okay?
It'll be about 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. UK time. I don't know what that is in America.
Are you giving him a hard time, King? Because, you realize it's like noon. All right. Okay, I'm looking up and I'm like, I see the notification. I'm like, you're going live now? It's like work day.
It's 6 p.m. here. What you want to
say? Yeah, I'm going to say it's 6 p.m. here.
I try to accommodate my friends from the other side of the pond. You know,
totally get it. Totally get it.
You
do it yelling at me. He's like, man, why is everybody's live streams always at like 12 o'clock at night or something like that?
I'm the first one to dig at you for that, King, all the time. I'm like, you just keep forgetting about the Europeans, King. Like,
ours
what?
Is it bloody
does your
2 a.m.?
Your world map end at the Atlantic Ocean then?
Anyways, thank you everybody for being on here. Thank you, Yeti, for joining me as well. KJ, Moat, it's a pleasure. Thank you, Flux Pools, for sponsoring me. And we will catch you guys next Friday for the Flux giveaway. And remember to stay tuned and come tonight for my 5K giveaway. Lots of prizes going out. Be sure to tune in 9 p.m. Eastern. You must be live and present, people.
2 a.m. UK.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll definitely be there. Don't worry, King.
All right. We will catch you guys later tonight for the giveaway.